magnifique vue des Laurentides. The driver will stop a short moment. You may stand for pictures of the surroundings.
哦，它会停一下，咱可以站起来拍照。
There you go. You may stand.
站起来拍吧。
Where do we put the snow? It's put in the big trucks and brought in. They make mountains of snow on certain parking places. It's funny you ask because about 20 years ago, they used to bring the snow and dump it in the river. So somebody of the environment boss one day said, "Hey, it's full of salt." So another person said, "Well, it's going to become salty water." Well, you know, they changed. In the old years, I remember, you used to dump it in the water. Sometimes you go in the parking place in the month of July. There's still some snow. Are you from again?
But we lived 5 years in Buffalo.
I've seen the piles in Montreal.
Yeah, Buffalo, New York has a lot of snow too, so not as much as here though.
A beautiful fountain on the left side, which is a gift we received from Mr. Simons of the Simon Stores. He bought the fountain in Tomny, France in 2008 and gave it to Quebec as a gift for our 400th anniversary. Merci. Mr. Simons is a lover of the city, as I am also. You know, I've been guiding for the last 10 years on the bus. You are with the oldest guide of the company, and you have to put up with me.
老师，你嗓门好。
I was born in Quebec, and you know something? I never get bored about I discover different parts every day. A nice activity for you would be to take a walk on this wall. I recommend. You could walk in front to the highest point of the city and enjoy the view of the St. Lawrence River.
咱走过这。
On the left is a beautiful urban park, the Plains of Abraham.
咱到是大坝
It's
经
a
过一半
park
了，
of 250 acres. We will do the
那个
complete.
块儿这走这路其实很全面。
The wall on the left brings us up to the citadel. The citadel is a fort. You will not see much of the fort because it was built not to be seen underground by the Appalachian. The fort, the citadel, is the quarters of the 22nd Regiment, the only regiment with all those quarters in French.
那就是个洞。
So quiet here is the countryside inside the city. Well, what do you know? There's a clothesline here. My wife did the washing this morning. It didn't talk to anything. This is to remind us of 1945. It was a year of misery. There were 1,000 people in Quebec with no lodging. The city built small houses around here, and they lodged those poor people for 10 years. It was the district of misery for 10 years. On the right, a beautiful building with a brown copper roof. This is the Manège Militaire. It's a military building. You know the roof? The roof is 3 years old. It will become green in 45 years from now. And that roof will be there for 100 years. I won't see this one also. The next one. Maybe the kids. Coming up on the right is the Concorde Hotel. The Concorde Hotel has a revolving restaurant at the top. You know that restaurant, it makes a complete turn in 1 hour. So ladies, if you eat up there, never leave your purse on the side of the window. It comes back an hour later. Maybe. Le Concorde de ce restaurant porte le nom que j'aime beaucoup. Regardez this here. don't know if you like garden, but this one, wow. As my Irish mother used to say, this is a place for sore eyes. This is a French garden because of the geometrical design.
右边这个看
All the trees around are elm trees which are 100 years old.
相可以。
You like the garden? I'm the lucky guy because I see the garden evolve during all the summer. You know, at the beginning it was only tulips here, at the beginning of the spring season. But now it's flourishing, beautiful. And coming up in November, it will be all Halloween decor added to the garden. You would love it. On the left, there's a Martelot
这
Tower.
方面还是得看。
There were 4 towers like this. They were built in the 1800s. They were defensive towers. They were built by the British Army because they were afraid of having an attack from the Americans,
大张伟
which never
经常
took
伟
place.
啊
Well, up to now. Let's hope it stays this way. For the moment, you may admire the beautiful homes on the right side. That c'est magnifique à la droite. Would you like to live here? Would you like to pay the taxes? $1 million houses for sure. You know, it's like being on the side of Central Park in New York with high-cost houses. It is so quiet in this place. Sometimes I just feel like keeping silent. You should see this place in October. All the trees around you will become red, yellow, and orange.
哦，这地方
My favorite month of the year, October. It's also my birthday. You're all invited. Anybody from October? What date now? 9. I'm just the day after you.
24
10. 24.
April。
Yay. I'm the oldest though. For sure. But I look younger. I'm 78 and everybody thinks I'm 77. Age is in your heart. Here you are on location of a famous battle that took place in 1759. Maybe some of you read
不知道
about the
从8
battle.
岁你知道吗
It？was between the French and the
他讲的
British.
是一个
It was 4,000 soldiers on each side. The battle was
24
short
岁的生日，
and it was won by the British.
老头说
But you
他
know,
是10月份生的，他还
It
是
was part of a 7-year
所以
war.
我真听着挺傻
At the end of those 7 years,
啊！
we signed the Treaty of Paris, by which the French colony became a British colony for the next 100 years. That's why in Quebec you have the architecture of the French and the British. You will see so
老头8
2
岁。
languages, French and English, and 2
Oh, so
religions,
that's it.
Anglican and Catholic.
嗯，
If you look on the right side, at the top of the hill, the former prison of Quebec. La vieille prison de Québec en haut. Cette prison fait maintenant partie du musée national
老
des
头
Beaux-Arts.
78了，
那头那个人岁也很大，
老头78了，
我说怎么样，七十七八，
78了。你奶多大？你老多大？72。
We
他
call
比你
this
老还
art
大他妈的！
the Plains of Abraham.
开个
It
专门
is the father,
那老头那个儿子，
the first farmer.
对呀，
Here,
然后那个儿
his name was Abraham Martin. Abraham Martin, vous savez, c'était le premier fermier qu'on était ici. Il était aussi le pilote du roi. Le fleuve Saint-Laurent est un fleuve très difficile à naviguer. Ça prend des pilotes expérimentés et avec stops here. You can stand and look at the garden on the left side here. You see in the garden there's a display of a plane
哦，
going on the left side.
这个是个
Why
小画
is there
台，
a plane in that
有
design?
个飞机，对
Is
吧
to remind us that the famous American pilot Charles Lindbergh came to Quebec here in 1928. He landed just behind me here. But you know, Mr. Lindbergh, the year before, had crossed the Atlantic Ocean on a solo flight from New York to Paris. You remember? This plane was called the Spirit of St. Louis. From New York to Paris. You know how much time it took him? 33 hours. Mamma mia. I read the other day he had brought
St.
3
Louis,
sandwiches.
Spirit of St. Louis.
So, nice display. You like the garden with these little planes? It's very nice. It's like a page of our history put into a garden. Coming up on the left side, there's a hill which is historical. In 1759,